This afternoon, the President was briefed by his Homeland Security Advisor, Lisa Monaco, and the White House Chief of Staff, Dennis McDonough, about the technical issues that are currently being experienced by the New York Stock Exchange. Ms. Monaco told the President that at this point there is no indication that malicious actors are involved in these technology issues. She informed the President that New York Stock Exchange officials had been in close touch with the Department of Homeland Security, with the Securities and Exchange Commission, as well as the Treasury Department. The officials at the Stock Exchange are working feverishly, as you'd expect, to try to resolve the situation. For an update on their efforts, I would encourage you to contact them. The President told Ms. Monaco and Mr. McDonough that he wanted to continue to be updated on the situation over the course of the day. But at this point, there is no indication that malicious actors were involved in these technology issues. So with that, Darlene, we can talk about this some more or take other questions you may have today.
Sure, thank you. Even though you say that there's no indication that malicious actors are involved, is that something federal authorities are still kind of being on guard for as you continue to look into what happened?
Well, obviously the administration is keenly aware of the risk that exists in cyberspace right now. There are a number of steps that this administration has taken to improve communication between the private sector and the federal government when it comes to safeguarding cyberspace. I would point out that the Stock Exchange is actually an example of a private sector entity that has a strong relationship with the federal government. And one of the most important pieces one of the most important elements of our strategy for safeguarding the nation's computer networks from cyber threats is effective communication and sharing of information between private sector officials and the federal government, particularly those elements of the federal government that are responsible for responding to cyber threats. The New York Stock Exchange does have an effective information sharing relationship with the federal government, and I think the information that I've shared with you is an indication of how valuable that kind of information sharing can be.
And given what has happened today, did the federal government take any steps to, beef up its own cybersecurity defenses or anything like that?
Well, the federal government is obviously very vigilant about the steps that we need to take to protect federal computer systems. The kind of security measures that are in place are sometimes obvious to the general public, sometimes they aren't. We also work aggressively to make sure that the kind of defenses that we have in place reflect the threats that we perceive. And this means that our security posture is continually evolving to reflect the current threat environment.